And we're checking in with Mike Yanni right now. He's hanging out at the race room this morning. Full motion racing simulators. That's what Mike's been talking about. You're in the car right now, Mike, and I want to know what your nickname is as a driver. Do you have a nickname?
Oh. You know what? Maybe that nickname should come after I finish a couple of laps, because that could be the factor on what my nickname is going to be. But yes, I am in the simulator, and I've got to say this is nice, comfy, and cozy. And I could feel the power. The steering wheel, there's a little vibration going. We turned down the speakers on the motor, but it is loud. Blair, okay. So I'm in here. Now, when people come into the race room, do they get right in? How does this work when you walk in?
Okay, well, our sessions are typically 2 hours long.
Yeah.
And what happens is we ask drivers to arrive about 15 minutes early. We plop them into the sims. We adjust the brakes so that they're in the correct fitment position to about to race.
You got to be comfortable. You're going to be sitting.
Got to be
for a while.
comfortable, yeah, without question. Then we get them out of the sims and we put them into the gallery. We have about a 20 to 25 minute orientation on how to drive a race car, what actually happens when you push the gas, when you turn the wheel, and when you hit the brakes.
Now, you gave me a few pointers, and number one thing you said, how to hold the steering wheel.
You always hold this race car steering wheel at 9 and 3, and always with your thumbs through like you're holding it now.
So I'm in the pit lane right now.
Right.
And so I'm going to...
So now you've completed your orientation, so now we're into your session. So now we've got you into the cockpit. We get you going out first, and your session will consist of a practice session, a qualifying session, and then a race.
Okay.
So right now you'd be on the front end of your practice session. Now what you have to remember, Mike, too, is when you're leaving the pits, your tires are cold, the brakes are cold, and with race cars, the hotter the brakes get, the hotter the tires get to a point, the more adhesion and the more stick the car has. Now you should be looking far, far ahead. So
I'm already off-roading here.
You're not quite looking far enough ahead. I really need you to look far ahead so that your brain has a better chance of adjusting how many feet per second you're traveling.
Okay, so this, I've got to point out, this is interesting because the whole thing is shaking as I'm like steering wheel, the seat, everything.
Right, so what's happened is right now you're racing at Laguna Seca, and you're racing in a Pro Formula Mazda car. One of the cars is part of the IndyCar feeder series. And the reason why you're feeling all the bumps is because the tracks are all laser scanned. So if there was a bump in the track at the time of the scan, there'll be a bump in the track in the immersion. And then here you can see all the buildings and the vegetation are all 3D modeled. So if you've ever been to Laguna Seca, this is exactly like it looks when you're at Laguna Seca. Track configuration and all.
So I have headphones on here. I don't have them on, but they're on my neck. So can I talk to other people as they race?
All of our sims are...
Whoa!
Yeah, that hurt.
Oh.
All of our sims are...
I felt that. I'm letting go of the wheel.
Grab the wheel. So now as you can see your tires are bent. So now hit the brakes.
I'm in rough shape here. Yep.
Now grab both paddles.
Okay.
Grab both paddles and bring the car to a stop.
There we go.
Now grab both paddles. We call this the refinance mechanism.
And we're back in the pits.
Loans approved, no payments.
There you go. Okay, so clearly I need a little bit of work. I don't know if I'm going to graduate to Formula One, but I'm going to keep racing as a throwback to studio, guys.
Mike Crash Yanni?
Mr. Crash Yanni, I'd say. That was a good one, too.
Refinance the vehicle, Yanni?
I like that.
Turbo's taken, that's Andy's name.
That's right, the refinance, you just click and you restart.
That's awesome.
I know.
He did well up until the crash.
I would love to do that.